Hey, Bill, I'm in the mood for a switch up. I hit the function, hit the rose till I hiccup. I hit the stage and leave with money that say stick up. She picture perfect, so I told him I'm a flick up. Bill, I'm in the mood for a change up. I leave the city and return with my change up. They got amnesia, don't remember how they play.
Hello, everyone. Spot Real Talk. And today we are bringing you some very special content. A few days ago, we had the pleasure of interviewing some of the cast from BMF. We had Myles Bullock and Lil Zane. Myles, he plays Slick on the show, and Lil Zane is Sockie. And they took some time out to give us some of their input on the show and just to chat with us about their experience. So you guys, here it is. Go ahead and check it out.
At the Spot Real Talk. I'm Tiffany. And
Hey.
I'm LaWanda. Hi.
I'm Sierra.
And I'm Ron.
Hey, how y'all doing, man?
and we're the Spot Real Talk.
Thank you.
How y'all doing?
We're doing
All right,
good.
how you doing? I see we got the 50 boys and the 12th Street boys in the house.
Yeah.
Got a nice
Rep
little
your
bit.
set.
Oh yeah.
Yes, thank you guys both for taking the time out to chat with us today. It's definitely a pleasure because we are big fans of the show. It's received a lot of, good reception from people seeing it, especially for a first time show. So how does that feel for you guys?
It feels amazing. It feels blessed. I mean, I'm grateful. I feel blessed. The audience reaction, the audience response, the response from my peers, and it's just I don't even know. I don't any word that means grateful, just tag that as the word. Like I'm there. That's where I'm at. Like for real. It's just it's surreal. It's surreal.
Well, your characters, both your characters are so true to form. And so let me ask, first of all, is there any part of your character that is actually you?
Yeah, man, I made up most of my lines.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I made up about like 80-85% of what I said. Yeah, a lot of that is me, man. And I've been a fool since preschool. I'll tell everybody that. So I've been talking mess as much as I could when I felt the time was right.
Right.
And Slick was definitely that. So like a lot of my family members, they were like, people don't know, that's just you. I'm like, yeah, they don't, but don't tell them, don't give my secrets away. So
It's all good.
I guess that's the director in you, though, because I read that you're also a director besides an actor. So that where that comes from?
Yeah, I've directed, I write, I do all that stuff. I've done every facet of the acting world, directing, writing, costuming. I've done it all. So I try and bring everything I have to set every time I pull up.
Wow. And so I noticed that a lot of the people, the real life BMF, they had some input, especially like Terry, and I know Nicole was involved too. And so were you guys familiar with the BMF story before coming on board for the show? And, what inspired you? What was the casting process like to join?
Man, we definitely knew about BMF before we started shooting, because I grew up in Atlanta. So growing up in Atlanta, you knew who BMF was. Definitely during like the 2000, early 2000s and stuff like that. So just being from Atlanta, you definitely knew it was gonna be something crazy. Definitely big show.
Yeah, that kind of backs into the question I had. The music scene was an integral part of this show, like the soundtrack, but it was also an integral part of BMF. So can you speak to that and comment on the relationship between the whole BMF and the music scene in Atlanta, and even now on the soundtrack?
Definitely. They influenced a lot. Terry and Meech and BMF, they influenced the culture in Atlanta heavily. People like Fabulous, Young Jeezy, stuff like that came out of BMF. So, this was big for Atlanta. Till this day, you hear BMF in all the music, all the songs, people shouting BMF out, and, everybody's saying they want to be like Big Meech. So, this story and these two young brothers that grew up to have this organization that reached out beyond the streets of the drug streets and the streets of Detroit, but reached out to the streets of Atlanta, New York, all over the world. You got people in Japan right now screaming Big Meech. So Definitely, they definitely influenced hip hop culture to this day. You know, you hear about a bunch of references with BMF in it. So, you know, I think it they really helped change the world music wise too.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
Yeah.
And
Well,
go ahead.
yeah, Myles, I gotta get this off my chest, man, because Lamar must be a moon sign because he went loco on you, man. And I really want to know, you know, you brought all the wisdom to Lamar. You kept him straight, and you knew what was about to happen, but you kind of let it happen. It broke a lot of hearts, man. You
You
know.
had the strap.
Yeah, I mean, you even had the strap, and you know, I look, man. I just want to let you know, I didn't get over that week until about yesterday. Okay.
Hey man, I'm still having a hard time with it. You know, I still got people. I got people singing me that song right now, brother. I got people.
I'm gonna play the song during this interview, to be honest.
You know, and people love inflicting that torture on me. That's traumatic. I want you to know that.
Oh no!
But
Okay, I'm glad I didn't.
No, it's fun though. It's great. I think that it's a testament. I mean, for me, I take it as the biggest compliment because for me, it's just like a testament to the character that I was able to help create. And you know, people were attached to him, and so when he was killed in the show, and seeing the reaction and seeing the response and see how many people were mad and how many people are mad at me for not shooting it. And you know, I'm like, hey man, listen, I'm gonna let you know right now, I didn't write this. If I would have written it, it would have went a different way. I promise you.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, did you see that coming? Because you were so loyal to Lamar. I couldn't have called that.
I mean, I read all 6 episodes. So look, before my first day of working, I knew Slick was dying. And so I was coming to set every day with the hope of acting well enough till maybe they changed their mind. And instead they made me die worse. So it worked in my favor. And then, you know, it was kind of bittersweet, but I would have to say probably as a character, the character probably knew what was coming because the character knew Lamar's antics and he knew where he came from and knew what type of human he was. So that's why he had the gun and had the bag and was trying to get out, but the timing just didn't work in his favor. He wasn't slick enough.
Yeah, I think he should have left soon as Lamar went to get his family out back.
Oh yeah.
They came back to the house.
That's when you should have dipped.
Yeah, once he said that somebody else's water was gonna be turned off, I should have dipped right there.
Right then.
Yep. But you know, I didn't write.
Yeah, well, I'm good now. I'm good now. You know,
You're good now.
Yeah, I'm all right.
Your 7 days of grief have passed.
How mad was people? People was mad at that.
People were hot. People were hot. They're still hot right now. People like, you got your water cut off. You should have shot him. You didn't stop the rain. Why you didn't stop
right?
the
Because you were loyal and you were giving him the sound counsel. That's why people can't understand of all people to get their water cut off. Why would it be you?
I think that was the writers definitely use that as an opportunity to show how much Lamar has snapped. So they can really
he's insane.
Oh, he's off the rails now. Like y'all thought he was crazy before, but now he's real. So I think, you know, my character, how we established Slick and Lamar's relationship, and you know, it felt familial in the beginning, and it felt like, you know, it was real loyalty and it had history and so forth. To turn like that, I think it just made it that much bigger of a moment so that you could see Lamar. So for what is to come, you know where it's coming from, you know.
Now, along those lines, I have a question that both of y'all can probably answer, especially Sockie, now that you kind of have been given free reign to run your own camp, you know, you kind of can run things how you want.
Yeah.
Do you think as a leader, it's better to rule with an iron fist and kind of be heavy-handed, or to kind of lay back and be the respected type where your crew is not necessarily fearful of you, but they have more so respect?
I think, you know, I run a crew in real life. So it's like, it's always, you know, I go with the respect, you know. You don't want to force nobody, you know. You don't want to scare somebody into helping you or hire somebody to help you. Because like hire help is hire help, right? You want people to be loyal to you, and you want people to be just and respect you and love you so much because they know you got that same love for them. So, you know, as the leader, I try to show the same respect and love I want to my soldiers, like that I would want from them. or to my staff or my employees that I would want from them. Like, you know, so I wouldn't, you know, if I was running a drug empire, I don't think I rule with it. But in that game,
it's a little different.
that you're talking about my game. In that game, it's like 50-50. It's like you gotta be stern, but at the same time, you gotta have that love and that respect. And you know, I think Meech balanced it well. He balanced it well. You know, but if you're asking me, it's like, you know, I think I would personally in my business, I always try to put love and respect over everything. But in that game, you gotta stand on something in that game, because you dealing with the worst. You're dealing with the worst of the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I appreciate your business acumen, because back in 2010, you had that thing with Young Buck, and you really showed your business acumen and how you dealt with it. And, you know, I think a lot of young Black men, rappers, really need to take something from that and understand how to make it big, even when diversity is coming at you like that. So much respect for you from that. And we don't have to talk about it. I just want to give you that prop.
Because that came out of nowhere. I'm like, this man knows his stuff. Like, you caught me. I wasn't even gonna sit here and act like you didn't catch me off guard. I'm like, this dude, like, church. But yeah, we ain't got to talk about it. But thank you, because you know, people don't even notice that. You know, that was a you know, strategic decision. You know, you gotta pick and choose your battles.
Wow.
Pick and choose.
Right.
Even when it looks like you're losing, you're winning. Sometimes you gotta lose to win.
Yeah.
I wanted to piggyback on it, not on that subject, but just say back in the day, I saw you in the Scream tour, that one and everything. So it's nice to see you make this transition to acting in the BMF show.
Thank you, man. So much more to come on the music side too, man. I'm really. You think I reinvented myself on the acting side? I reinvented myself on the music side too. Definitely.
That's great.
Definitely.
You know, and along those lines too, what is it like working with 50? Both of you can probably speak to that. What's he like?
Great, man. 50, the passion that 50 leads with is contagious. Before during every table read, you know, before every episode, we would, you know, come together and we would read the episode as a cast and crew and everything. And before each table read, 50 was giving speeches to us and telling us how, you know, how much passion he had about this project and what it took for him to get this project made, and how he wanted this to be bigger than Power, and how this is the biggest, he wants it to be the biggest show on TV, and we trying to win Emmys and all that stuff. So, you know, that just permeated through the whole cast, through the whole set, to where each day everybody wanted to be there, and each day everybody was bringing their full sense of value and their full sense of self. And so, yeah, 50 is great. And you know, he might talk mess on the social media, but in person, he's one of the most like kindest, humblest. I mean, it's crazy. So yeah, 50 is amazing.
Yeah, working with 50, like he a Cancer like me. Like my birthday is July 11th, his is July 6th. So like, you know, I always felt like, I told my crew like in 05, I was gonna work with 50. I was like, yo, he gonna be the one to bring me back. And I promise you, I said those exact words. Like, if I get with 50, my whole life would change, right?
Manifested that.
You
So my
did.
friends around me looking at me like a psychic right now. They're like, what? If I tell them the sky gonna be red tomorrow, you better believe they're gonna believe me, because they know how crazy my faith is and how I speak things into existence. And just working with him, it's like, you know, you get to really see like what hard work does. You know, he's a prime example of someone that's been shot and been counted out, and, you know, came back with a vengeance, you know. And I wasn't shot, but, you know, I was off the scene for a minute. I felt like, you know the history on me, dog.
Yes, I do. I mean,
I felt like he sent without the 9 shots, without, you know, I felt like they was trying to X me out the game. But, you know, he gives you that, you know, them speeches Myles was saying, just that speech of just, you know, achievement. Just, you want to be more. After you hang out with him, after you see him work, after you see his, you know, you read his track with his history, you just want to be better, and just being around him just make you better, you know. And being involved in a project like this and, you know, working with him, it just opens up so many doors, because everybody want to be next to 50 Cent, and we right there with him.
That being said, can you already tell what kind of looks you're getting just because you're on this show and the show is so successful? How do you feel, or can you tell now that it's opening other doors to other aspects of your career, either in TV or film or even in music?
If I had to answer that, I feel like it's definitely helping me. You know, people that were so last year, like, oh, I don't know if I should work with him. Does he still got it? Now they're like, yo, I need you for this right here, dog. So it opens up hella doors. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I ain't gonna see you in front. They calling me. They're like, I ain't even gonna sit here in front. I'm having my way out here and I'm loving it humbly, respectfully. But it's like so amazing when you don't have to, you always gotta prove yourself. I think I'll always be the type of person who wanna prove myself, but it's like a little different now. It's like you don't have to walk around like people like, does he still got it? Or like, it's like I got the streets talking for me now. Nah, if I ain't, before I had to tell people what I was doing. Yeah, I'm working on this new thing. Well, now people coming up, hey, that boy in BMF. So a whole different, and I'm just enjoying the fans. I'm enjoying it, man, and it's wonderful, man. It's definitely wonderful, but humbly enjoying it, like, and knowing that, you know, I worked hard to get here, and I just gotta keep working. Just keep working. That the work never stops.
What about you, Myles? I know your water got cut off, so unfortunately, we won't see any more of you in BMF. But what do you have on the horizon? What can we look forward to from you? Because we do look forward to seeing more of you as well.
Thank you. I don't know what it is just yet, but I know it'll be great, whatever it is. And you know, I'm just always I'm always working on myself. Look, I'm always my latest project, you know what I mean? So I'm always working on myself, always trying to improve myself, make myself better, become more present, become more full within myself, and have a fuller sense of self-value and self-love. So that's where I'm always at. Of course, as an artist, I'm always looking for opportunities to express myself and create, and they come. So, you know, I'm just working on that. I have a short film that I wrote and directed and produced that's being edited right now, so that's coming. But as far as like television screen, something will come, and when it comes, y'all will know just like I will. But you know, right now we just staying prayed up and just staying ready, so I ain't got to get ready when it comes.
Hey, my friend, to tell you I'm a psychic, I see big things happening for this guy right here. Like,
big things are going to happen.
Stay attached close to him as I can for he blow up and forget about me. You know what I mean?
You funny.
I don't want him to cut my water off. You know, I'll cut my water off.
Okay, before we wrap up, I'd like to ask one final question, if no one else has one.
No.
Okay, so BMF is all about the Black Mafia family, about building your squad. So the question is for both of you. So if you had to sit down and build your squad based on the characters that we have seen in BMF this season, who's your squad? Give me your top 4 or 5.
What am I trying to do with this squad? Well, let me see. Let's say
take over the world.
Take over the world?
Try to take over the world.
Okay, well, listen, I know this is going to sound a little weird, but I would need Lamar but it would be based off certain stipulations. I just need certain aspects of it, you know what I'm saying? Because he's a brother that gets stuff done. He's a determined brother, you know what I mean? And I need that determination on my team. So I would probably need Lamar. Look, I need somebody like a Sockie that's just going to go and just pull up on you. You know what I'm saying? That's just going to pull up on you. You know what I'm saying? Get stuff done with that fearlessness and let it be known. And then, you know, you need somebody with that vision. You know, I'll take Meech and Terry. So Lamar, Meech, Terry, Sockie, and then, you know, Slick at the helm. That seemed like a strong team to me.
You sure you don't want Kato?
Kato stuff, but you know, no.
Can't trust Kato. Can't trust Kato.
Hey, you can't trust her. I don't know which side she on. She on her side, and I need somebody that's gonna be on the team side.
Loyal. Yep.
Loyal.
That's the same team I'm going with right there. I'm going with that same team right there. Give me me, Sockie, Meech, Sockie, Meech, Terry. Who else we said? Sockie, Meech,
Lamar.
I don't know. Hold up. No. You give me Hoop. give me Hoop. Give me Hoop. I gotta take.
Oh yeah, Hoop is a soldier. Hoop is a soldier.
Yeah, Hoop was busting that thing. Big boy.
Yeah.
Was on the floor crawling.
Listen, he was smart too. He was like, he knew the food trucks was a setup.
The food trucks was a setup.
He knew the food truck was a setup. He was like, no, I'm going to check on the stash. You need somebody who's a thinker.
And Lamar's a little uncontrollable, guys.
He killed his man. He killed his man. We can't trust Lamar.
Yeah, he's a little uncontrollable. Everybody you said it, and I had to replace Lamar with Hoop, man.
I'm with that.
Okay, just real quick. I gotta ask you, Lil Zane, what was it like pulling up, working with Sean Connery?
Oh man, rest in peace to Sean Connery. Sean Connery was amazing, man. He actually sat at the table with us and rapped. Like I was beatboxing, and who rapped Sean Connery, man? You know?
Yes.
It was great, man. And I remember going home, and I ain't gonna lie, I knew who he was, but I didn't really know like the first. When I went home and told my mom, like, we're gonna just do Sean Connery, she said, who? Sean Connery, 007. Oh, he's so sick. My mom was in love with the guy. Like, he's so sexy. He's the sexiest white man in the world. I said, oh my. I didn't notice how many black women thought that he was sexy like that. Like, you know,
he did have a little something, especially when he got older.
My grandmother, she always spoke highly. She said that she loved the way he carried himself, his accent, the way, you know, so, you know, when I went back to, I just had the most respect because, you know, when your mom and your grandma love somebody, it makes you pay attention to them. Right. And my grandma, but like, so it's just like working with Sean Connery was amazing. And to see him, like, it was almost an all black cast, man. Like, he was like chilling with us. Like, he wasn't like in his dressing room and only came out. He was like actually chilling with us and rapping with us and asking us what's the new clothes that's out. And you know what I mean? He was really personable. So I definitely had a good experience for my first movie too. Like with a star like that, It was amazing. It was amazing. And then you learn, like, as you do other movies, that not everybody's like that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some people that didn't even have the caliber of accolades he had would be acting so crazy on set sometimes. You'd be like, whoa, this dude's attitude is crazy. But when your first time on set, working with someone great like that and having that energy, it taught me how to carry myself on other projects in the future. I always try to be that energy. So whether I'm just a background or whether I'm a star, I want to keep that same energy like he had. Because he made it like we was stars on the set. Definitely.
Well, I have to say, we had the privilege of coming to the BMF premiere in Atlanta, and I saw you buzzing around there. So I know that you keep that same energy.
Hey, you know what? I told you it's just the karma paying off, man. The karma paying off. Even on my downtime, I always kept it positive. Even when I see other people winning and it wasn't going so good for me, in my eyes, I thought I always cheer the next person on, and you know, and always just keep working on myself. Like Myles said, my next project was always myself, trying to get better. And I think people just see that now, and people are really genuinely happy and proud of that, you know. And you know, I'm just happy to be making everybody happy, you know, and being inspiration to people. You know, that's amazing to me. It's inspiring.
I love that. We want to be mindful of you guys' time. So definitely thank you for, you know, chopping out a little piece of your day to spend with us. We certainly appreciate it. And we are absolutely looking forward to the rest of the BMF season. I'm still on edge waiting to see what's going to happen next. So
rest in peace, Slick.
Rest in peace.
Can't stop the rain.
Stop the rain. Sing a song.
Looking forward to. Oh, sorry.
We look forward to your next project.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So grateful. Thank y'all for having us. It was a great interview. Y'all have great energy. So thank you so much.
Thank you. You guys too. We really enjoyed it.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you.
Right. I'm so blessed, right? Off of that jet pipe, off of that side. I'm in that new coupe. My nigga, I been fired. I said what I said, right? Yeah. I get that check, right? I'm so blessed, right? Off of that jet pipe, off of that west side. I'm in that new coupe. My nigga,
don't do no fake love. Tell Lil bruh shape up. The way we lit, they throwing shade, but they never say nothing. Bitch, I'm that maze runner. I've been on the stage done. My drip on Blade Runner. And the way we move, it ain't no creases on my A1s. 2021, about to be mine, word to my day.